gang, LJ here. Good to see you. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. We're wrapping up the Beatitudes today. Beginning in Matthew 5, verse 10. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when others revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. For so they persecuted the prophets who were before you. Normally, when I think about those who are being persecuted for the sake of the gospel, I guess I think back to New Testament times, like the beheading of John the Baptist and St. Peter, who was imprisoned and then crucified at his own choice upside down because he didn't feel like he was worthy to be persecuted in the same way that his Lord was persecuted. But if you think about it, not just centuries and centuries ago, but according to experts in the field, like Voice of the Martyrs, we're told that since 1950, in the last 59 years, more Christians worldwide have been martyred than there were from 1949 until the time of Christ. So persecution is still a very real phenomenon. Now, one thing that I think it's important to realize about this passage is it says, blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake. A lot of times we get persecuted, and in my case, that's usually for something stupid I said, or something that we have done that we shouldn't have done. That's not what this is talking about. This is talking about being persecuted for righteousness' sake, being persecuted for doing the right thing. And if you'll think about it, and you're really taking a stand for the Lord, that's probably not that uncommon either. When we stand up for righteousness' sake, that doesn't even necessarily mean decisions about teachings that we've made. There are teachings that are in the Word, and we stand for them. That might not be popular with the culture that we live in today. As a matter of fact, we know that it's not popular with the culture we live in today, and we can all think of examples where when we say, no, I think that's wrong, and we think it's wrong because God's Word says it's wrong, and the world will persecute you for that. And it teaches in the Word that if you go against what the world thinks is right, they'll hate you for it. And we see that today. So how can it be that blessed, happy are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake? I think we've got to look at the big picture. We've got to look at life through the eyes of eternity, not through the eyes of right now or the eyes of our culture, and know that to stand for what the Lord wants for us is what we've got to stand for. Hope to see you on Monday when we'll be beginning a series on Jesus' teachings in the parables. See you then.